Hey everybody, this is Chris Bucci, that's a microphone, and this is an off-the-cuff video update. I have a lot of things to cover, from a TurboViews celebration to a rerun of my Pinball DVD, and so much more. So we better get started right now. Let me start off with the pinball side of my channel. Now, I want you guys to know that I have not forgotten those of you pinheads out there, and I do have some pinball content coming up. In fact, I found this tape here, and what this has is video footage of unboxing a brand new Stern Spider-Man Black pinball machine. My friend Bruce invited me over, I shot some footage, and I'm gonna put a little video together coming up soon. So this is really cool, and I'm glad to be able to show this. And also, starting next year, I'm going to go ahead with the My Past Pinball Collection series, which a lot of you were talking about wanting to see. In fact, when I went home last time, I found a ton of old photos. I found some flyers and some video footage, all related to my past pinball collection. And even though I can't get as detailed with those episodes because I cannot really go back and shoot B-roll, I still can tell you my memories, and really that's the whole point of the series in general, is to share my memories about my collection. So that's going to be coming up next year. So there's a lot of great pinball stuff. Now, speaking of great pinball stuff, if I do say so myself, I am going to do a small rerun of the My Pinball Collection DVD series. Now, if you were around in June, I actually did a limited edition run of this. The reason why I called it a limited edition is sort of poking fun at Stern Pinball and how they've been doing limited editions and standard editions and Costco versions and all that kind of stuff. Another reason I made it limited at the time was because I was going out of town and I wasn't going to be able to fill orders once July or August hit, and the amount of orders that came in was crazy. The amount was crazy, and so I'm glad that I did this because I never would have been able to fulfill them since they're all handmade by myself. So what I did is I started a rerun list, and now I'm going to do a small rerun for Christmas. It's exactly the same as the original run, except the back does not have a number on it, so they won't be numbered, and it'll say rerun on it. And the third disc that had the special edition trailer stuff won't be in there. There's really no point. Otherwise, it's the exact same disc, and I also kept it at 10 bucks, so wherever YouTube decides to put the description box is a link, and you can go on there and pick it up for 10 bucks if it interests you. It has the same 3 discs, and again, they're all handmade by myself. Now, for those of you who ordered the initial limited edition, it will remain in LE, because it will be the only one numbered. The regular edition will be repressed once in a while as the rerun list gets bigger, but the originals will still be the originals. The one thing to keep in mind is I don't have any donation buttons up, and I don't really ask for money or anything like that. If I make anything from the DVD sales, it's put right back into my channel. I buy blank DVDs in order to burn all of the raw footage for the games that I play to keep that footage for later. I buy hard drives, external hard drives, in order to keep full resolution videos and high quality stuff for the channel. If you want to donate to the show, which some of you have asked about, pick up a DVD and any of the extra money will be put right back into the channel. And finally, now those of you know I have not collected in a few years, but there was a game coming out by Stern Pinball that I absolutely had to have. Let's just say it is a dream theme of mine, and I was going to do whatever I had to get it, even if it had to remain in its box in Pennsylvania where I couldn't even touch it for like years. Well, guess what? It's supposedly going to be here before Christmas, and if that's the case, I'm planning an extra long holiday so I can open it up, tear it apart, and do a nice, big, long overview of it. Now, I don't want to tell you what it is. I want to keep it kind of special and kind of a surprise. And what was that? Anyway, but hopefully that'll be coming up next year as well if things go according to plan. So there is the pinball side of Spida1a. Okay, the TurboViews side of my channel. This is a celebration because it is the 3rd year anniversary of TurboViews. My very first episode I finished and uploaded on December 3rd, 2008, and that was Sid Mead's Terraforming. My original intention was just to review 5 games. I chose 5 random games, I played them, I reviewed them, and I put the reviews up on my YouTube channel, which I really had not been using hardly at all. And the response was great. I mean, I got a nice small group of people that really seemed to like them. And some of you, I have seen your screen names since day one. Love you guys. But anyway, that kind of prompted me to continue it, and so I decided to pick 5 more games, and I did reviews on those. Well, after doing those first 10, I thought to myself, this is really fun, and I decided to continue the series indefinitely. In fact, if you go back and watch, say, review number 10, which is on Dungeon Explorer, you'll see that the name of the series is the TurboGrafx-16 Turbo Duo Review Series. Boy, that's a mouthful. If you go and you watch episode 11, which is Dungeon Explorer 2, you'll see that it's now TurboViews, and that's pretty much the time I decided to continue everything, and then shortly after that, I decided to go ahead and review every single American game. So that's pretty much how everything started. So it was 3 years ago today. So congratulations, TurboViews, and thank you to those of you who have been watching since the beginning. I went back and watched some of those early reviews, like the first dozen or so, and it's funny, anytime you create something, you always want to go back and redo it. You go, oh, geez, why did I do that? Why did I do that? I mean, the reviews themselves, the way that I play the games, the way that I review them, the integrity of the review is the same, you know what I mean? But the but the presentation, I wish I could go back and re-edit it, but I realize it is what it is, and let's just move on. But anyway, so there you have it. So 3rd year anniversary, and thank you once again for those of you who have been supporting it for this long, and those of you who just joined, welcome, it's pretty fun. The next review that's going to go up is Valis 2. This is review number 59. Review number 68 is the halfway point. Now I'm doubling up some of the reviews, so there are not going to be as many reviews as there are games for the system, because I'm putting 2 in 1, for example, like Bonk 3, but we are at the halfway marker at that point, and therefore we're halfway through with the American reviews, in other words, halfway through with TurboViews. It's hard to believe, so I'm hoping that'll happen within the next 6 months. So therefore it took 3.5 years to get halfway. So that whole 5 to 10 years to finish the series thing I always joke about is probably pretty feasible at this point. And I'm going to do a halfway retrospective when I get there. We'll just do a whole on-camera retrospective. It'll be fun. So that's the halfway point. And as far as upcoming videos, I have 2 other reviews planned for Christmas. They're both positive, they're both games that I love, and I hope to review and upload one of them before Christmas and one on Christmas Day. So, I guess that's TurboViews. And finally, I just want to say thank you to those of you who enjoyed the Spida1a Retro series. A lot of you were asking after I put up the Dracula X review to go ahead and put up the old video I created when I was 16 years old. And I'm glad everybody seems to like it, because I mean, back then I had a camcorder with a flying erase head, so it did decent edits. I had a VCR, and I had like a stereo to do some audio and music dubbing. I mean, I was always stringing stuff around, trying new things, and so I'm glad that it was something that is actually watchable today. And I'd be curious if any of you guys want to use the guide and let me know if it still works, if you actually get the 100%, because I tried it and it worked for me, but I'd be curious to see if it worked for someone else. I have other Spida1a Retro episodes coming up. In fact, the next one is pinball related, and I hope to have that up before Christmas. Maybe you'll like that one. We'll see. But the point is, I'll continue that series whenever I find an old production that I think you might find interesting or that is somewhat related to the channel. Okay, well that's everything, I believe. Thank you for watching, and if I don't see you, have a happy holidays and an awesome new year. Bye-bye.